A lot of people like to launch their application at the end of the installation process. Let's look at how we can do that right now. We've got our installation set up as we have been for the last few lessons, and now we're going to add this functionality by going in the Actions pane and clicking on the On Shutdown event. And we'll go ahead and just add an action here. We'll click on the Add Action button, and then we're going to choose File from the Category menu, and we'll choose the File Open action. As you can see here, we've got to set up a path to our file name, so let's go ahead and type inside quotations here, app folder, and that's going to point to the folder where our application was installed. That's from our session variables. We'll put in 2 backslashes. We're escaping that backslash, and then we're going to put in the name of our application, irforum.exe. We'll leave the working folder and the window mode at the default. We'll go ahead and press Finish, and our action is added. Now remember, if you are installing an application where the person's system is going to be rebooted at the end of the process, this is not a good lesson. This is basically for applications where that's not the case, like the one we're working with here. So let's go ahead and press OK. And let's go ahead and publish this and try it out. We'll go ahead to our setups folder. We'll run this setup. Go through this really quick. And as you can see, our application pops up afterward. Okay, so we didn't actually have to know the location of the application here. And that's the very important factor to this. We'll go ahead and close this down, come back and take a quick look. In other words, I didn't have to know which folder the user chose because I actually had that value stored in a variable. Let's just quickly look at how that happened. If we go into our screens before installing area here, and we click on the Select Install folder and choose Edit, you can see that the application was storing the result of their choice in this variable here, app folder. And that's what allowed us to then later on in the process, we'll back out of there, that's what allowed us later on in the process to actually do this action here where we just referred to that app folder variable and it automatically knew where that was and sent them to our file. So at any rate, that's how you can launch your application at the end of your install process. And again, I urge you to note that for installs that are going to require a system restart, this wouldn't be an appropriate technique. But for installers such as the one we're doing here, where it's just installing some basic multimedia content or a basic application, utility, and so forth, that doesn't actually require a restart, it's a perfect technique. It's a really great way to get people motivated and just to click on your stuff, launch it right away.